What's your strange irrational fear? That my entire life has been recorded and will be released to the public. Like in the Truman Show. Good morning, and in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Unknowingly being severely mentally deficient or ill. Me too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm developmentally disabled, and everyone around me is just pretending like I'm not. Hey, no. You're totally normal. You want some ice cream? That time travel will be possible in the future, sort of like an exhibit, where people can secretly watch you in a two-way mirror-like way. When I'm doing weird shit alone, I always point in a random direction and squint to make the future person think I'm onto them. But then again, they could just be watching me type this comment and know I'm bluffing. Commence internal screaming. If anyone was watching me, they'd be extremely bored, and perhaps a little bit sad. Don't you mean one-way mirror? I mean all mirrors are one-way, since a two-way mirror is just a window. Answering phone calls from unknown number. I have come to the conclusion that they are 99% advertising campaigns, so I simply don't answer. Now I have an irrational fear of losing an important call, despite no one would try to contact you only by phone and only once. I try to answer every call these days, but I stay silent. If it's a bot, it will hang up after a few seconds. If it's a person, they'll normally ask if there's someone on the line, and then I will say hello and continue from there. Doors left slightly cracked open at night. Then you just see a dark hand reach in, and then a dark face with deep dark sunken in eyes, with the most amount of hatred possible. Then it gets down on all fours and open its mouth until their jaw is broken. Then runs at you. It's 4 AM and I just woke up. Sorry if this is gonna scare you. Not being able to breathe through my nose. It's enough to trigger an immediate panic attack, especially if I'm asleep. I even had nose surgery to stop it blocking up, so I wasn't living in a state of high anxiety with panic attacks every night. Unfortunately, the nose surgery recovery went wrong and it got completely blocked for 3 weeks, so now I have a strong fear of hospitals as well. I feel you on this. When I'm sick and I'm congested, I'm afraid to go to sleep because I'm afraid I'll stop breathing in my sleep, or my mouth will be slightly covered by a pillow or blanket, and I won't get enough oxygen and I'll suffocate. Needless to say, every time I'm sick, I won't get much sleep. I'll force myself to stay awake. Finding a balding middle-aged man randomly laying on my bed one night. Just gotta get that mirror off the ceiling. Wow, this is a very true and unexpected burn. That a car driving by me will kick up a rock and it will shoot through my eye. This Final Destination movies really messed me up. Those movies fucked up a whole generation, lol. For life. Worms. I'm afraid they'll get inside of me and I'll see them slithering around under my skin. They're literally my phobia. It was a real struggle last year for my zoology labs. I now know more about worms than I wished. A ceiling fan becoming loose and falling on me or my family. I have a fan right over my bed. That's always on full speed. Way more likely is the fan blade coming loose and flying into you. Source: happened to my mother, but it barely missed her. Canned drinks. True stories of bugs and rodents ending up in canned packaging are bad enough, but I'm also afraid that something has crawled into the can after opening it. It's not like we stare at the drink until we're finished with it, and you can't see the contents. Ugh. Gives me chills just thinking about it. I had a friend accidentally drink from a can he was using as an ashtray. I only realized what happened because he spit the cig out and went out to throw up. Lol. I've since outgrown this, but up into my mid-20s I would always check the toilet bowl and under the seat before sitting out of fear that a spider might be hiding inside. This is gonna sound really weird, but I fear that some sort of creature is going to decide to crawl up my butt while I'm using the toilet. That everyone I know and love secretly hates me. Yes, absolutely, I feel like they would just replace me if I died. When I'm reaching my hand into my backpack, or similar items, I think my hand is gonna get bitten by a spider or a raccoon. Think this came from a jump scare in Until Dawn. Move to the southwest and the fear won't be irrational. Gotta check your shoes for scorpions. When I was new to the Southwest, I mentioned to a friend I was glad to not have seen any scorpions, and I've always been scared of a bug in my mouth while I sleep. And she holds her hands up like 6 goddamn inches apart and says, nah, our scorpions are too big to go in your mouth. That I'll just suddenly lose control of my mind and do something horrible. Like, I just have this random fear that one day I'll just wake up with vivid memories of hurting somebody that I care about. And I won't know why I did it. But I'll know for sure that it was me. I worry that something similar to that will happen to me. I feel like I will lose all control of my emotions and it will take me over. Balloons. I don't trust them. The government has cameras in them live streaming everything you do to their labs. Spitting truth here. That there's a person or body or something behind my shower curtain. Not even just my curtain, any curtain. If anyone doesn't fear the curtain, they are lying. Same. I have the same irrational fear, but I'm not sure what my plan is if I jerk the curtain open and someone is there. How? That I'm speaking my thoughts out loud or that my father can hear my thoughts. Before I got on medication, I avoided my dad and I also used to bite my tongue to make sure I wasn't speaking. Medication was a lifesaver for me. Oh, and I thought I would accidentally sell my soul, so I did the sign of the cross and said, Lord Jesus Christ, please protect me every minute of the day. I thought I was going to have a heart attack because my fears were so bad that I was flexing my chest muscle probably hundreds of times each day and it was giving me chest pain. I have this. That people hear my thoughts, except I feel like random people can hear them. Horseshoe crabs scare the fuck out of me with all their legs and shit up under there. They've got blue blood too. I think they are androids sent by Cyberlife. When I'm removing plates from the bar, like on a bench press, I'm afraid that if I remove too much on one side the bar will get too heavy on one side and flip in the air, so I take off weights back and forth on each side. I don't know if this is irrational or not, but I'm not messing around to find out. This isn't irrational, it is very easy to do. I am talking from experience. Mirrors are scary. I feel like I'll turn around and something will be waiting for me. I cannot look at or into mirrors at night.